Now this beauty is the Polygon T6. It's the entry-level model in the Polygon T series. Basically, this bike is designed to do some really rowdy stuff on a budget. Now the T6 is going to be equipped with a 140mm RockShox silver front fork, which is tried and true. This thing is basically the tank of air suspension. Then in the back, we are going to get an entry-level X Fusion rear shock. It's going to have 135mm of travel, and it'll also have some rebound adjustment on it. And Polygon didn't mess around because they went with a quality drivetrain. This is a tried and true Shimano Dior setup from front to back. Now this is the 10-speed version, and that's why they can offer this at such a good price. But this 10-speed version has been out for such a long time, it's proven itself time and time again in the mountain bike community. And oh yeah, it's got a clutch built in, so your bike's gonna be dead silent when you're going down the trail. Now, if I'm going to be really honest with you, there's one disadvantage to a 10-speed, and that is the range on the cassette. This one is sporting a 42-tooth cassette instead of that beautiful 50 or 52 that you can get on a 12-speed. So only having a 42-tooth cog in the back can make your climbs just a little bit more challenging. But I guess the best way to look at it is you're going to get a little bit stronger than your friends who have those 12-speed setups. All right, guys, I'm going to interrupt real quick here. If you guys decide to purchase a Polygon bike, I would really appreciate it if you used my links below. I'm just a small little YouTube channel, and every little bit helps. And they even installed super beefy tires on this that are ready for some really gnarly terrain. These V tire snaps come in at 2.5 inches wide and are tubeless ready. And also on the T6, it comes with the exact same wheel setup that you'll find on the T7 and the T8. A massive 35mm internal width rim, and is also tubeless ready. So all you're gonna need to get this thing set up tubeless are some new tubeless valves and some tubeless sealant. And let me tell you, going tubeless on one of these bikes will instantly drop a pound to a pound and a half. It's pretty crazy. Now the braking system that they put on this bike is the Shimano MT201s. The MT201 setup is probably the most popular mountain biking brake setup out on the market right now. And I can tell you, I've used it across several bikes over the last several years, and it has never failed me once. Now these are gonna come with 180mm rotors, front and back, and that's also gonna have resin pads. And if there's one thing that I was super surprised with to see on a bike that's right around $1,300, that is a dropper post. I don't know how Polygon's doing it, but they're putting on a lot of the parts that we see all the way up to the Polygon T8. And this size large is gonna come equipped with this 170mm dropper that's made by TransX. This thing is super reliable. The only thing I would change is the lever. It's just okay. Now let me tell you, I've ridden both the T7 and the T8 and now the T6, and I've got to say there's not really much difference as far as the overall feel of these bikes. Yes, with the T8 you are going to get a much better suspension setup, and between the T7 and the T8 you are going to get that awesome 12-speed drivetrain. But if you're looking for a bike that you plan on doing some major upgrades to, the T6 might be the one to go with. So you can start out with a lower price point with the T6, buy some really killer upgrades, and next thing you know, you've got a better bike than the T7 and the T8. This bike runs on the exact same frame as the T7 and the T8, so upgrading this bike is definitely not going to be a problem. So you may be asking yourself, Mike, is this bike future-proof? Can this be the last bike that I ever buy? And well, really, the answer is no. There's no such thing as a future-proof bike. But this bike, as of right now, is fully upgradable. The only thing that you're really going to run into that you might want to upgrade to in the future is a SRAM transmission. And this is not capable of that. It does not have a UDH or universal derailleur hanger on it, but don't let that sway you away from any Polygon bikes, because this standard derailleur setup is the most common. So if you have any issues with your bike, finding a replacement part at your local bike shop won't be a problem at all. So if you're looking at the Polygon T series, how do you know which one to get? With so many under the $2,000 price point, it's really hard to pick. But if you're on a budget or you're wanting to try out a full suspension, the T6 is a really good model to go with. Because as you start to get better and better at mountain biking and you start to wear out parts, you can easily upgrade these to something that's better or equivalent to one of the other models that's out there. Adding on a 12-speed drivetrain like what you see on the T8 or the T7 is not a problem at all. Upgrading the fork, you can definitely do it. It's got a tapered head tube. And also, if you wanted to upgrade the rear shock, you know exactly which models will work, because we have good examples of what's on the T7 and the T8, and not to mention the up-and-coming T9. So overall, the ride quality on this bike is really impressive. I'd say it's really close to the T7 versus the T8. But the big downgrade that you're going to get on this one versus the T7 is the 10-speed drivetrain and the X-Fusion shock. If those two things don't shy you away, the T6 is probably the bike for you. And if you guys enjoyed this review and you want to pick up your own Polygon, I would really appreciate it if you used my links below. And while you guys are at it, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of this new Polygon T6. You might as well hit that like button and also subscribe, because I've got a Polygon Siskiu T9 review that you guys aren't going to want to miss.